once again down here for the CMA Festival, standing in front of the Ryman Auditorium behind me. Great history right there, talking about 1892 when it was opened up as a tabernacle. We're going to learn a little bit about the Ryman Auditorium today, but if they were in CMA Fest this week, this is a good time for us to go check out the Ryman Auditorium, see what kind of history was made here. It's the foundation of country music and made Nashville the music scene that it is today. So, historic Ryman Auditorium, the former home of the Grand Ole Opry.
The Ryman Auditorium has a long history. First conceived at the end of the 19th century through religious inspiration, sparked by influential evangelist Sam Jones. Thomas Ryman, for whom the auditorium is named, heard Jones speak at a tent revival mere blocks from where the Ryman Auditorium stands today. That meeting transformed Ryman's life. Ryman and Jones dreamt of building a tabernacle as the religious center for the city of Nashville, and originally called it the Union Gospel Tabernacle when it first opened in 1892. That simple dream eventually became the center for communities of faith, freedom, independence, and of course, music. Since its beginnings, the Ryman Auditorium has served as a venue for a wide range of events: grand sermons, political debates, commemorative events, commencement ceremonies, educational and society lectures, the Hippodrome Circus, presidential visits, state elections, and of course, music. The Ryman has served as both backdrop and witness to histories both great and small, hosting veterans meetings for the Civil War, fundraisers and peace rallies during World War I, a national suffragette convention, and musical acts from historic greats such as Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, and Elvis Presley.
So we opened as a tabernacle in 1892 as a Union Gospel Tabernacle. Tom Ryman.
Now, like any wild river town, Nashville had, well, a whole lot of this. Who's back here drinking? The one and only Ryman Auditorium, the soul of Nashville.
So as I stand here right now in the Ryman Auditorium, you can just imagine the great performances and entertainers that perform right here on the stage behind me. Of course, today they're setting up for a performance for this evening, so they still do performances here to this day. But what a history, what a great foundation for country music right here in the Ryman Auditorium. So I've walked down into the pews down here into history and looking back behind me at the Ryman Auditorium stage, and again thinking about the greats, Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton, and just the history of country music here. And again, as you can see, they are setting up the stage for performances they still do here today. So kind of get a little bit into the history and talk briefly about that. But definitely you want to come here to the Ryman Auditorium and get a sense of the foundation of bluegrass and gospel and country music and what was the soul of this community, and in many ways still is today. It does kind of feel like a very solemn, sacred place to be for country music, or music in general, because they've invited all kinds of genres of music, and from what I understand, they will be eventually opening up a section here for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well. So you have quite a diverse history, from opera to bluegrass to country to political events to rock and roll. There's just a whole host of things that this building has witnessed in time, and it's still witnessing to this day, all the way since the late 1800s. Phenomenal experience to be here today, and at least standing down here by the stage and being able to look up behind me, up into the pews where for years people have been sitting here enjoying the entertainment and feeling the history of this building.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryman Auditorium. Loretta Lynn, Johnny Cash, Earl Scruggs, Little Jimmy Dickens, Bob Hope and Doris Day, Mae West, Elvis Presley, Louis Armstrong, Patsy Cline, Charlie Pride.
I'd like for y'all to give a warm welcome to Emma Eames.